Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Asagao Academy, where we have a very gut-wrenching choice to make.
I'd like to point out that Matt misspoke the title. It is the Cheese Academy.
I was hoping it would die.
It won't.
It won't.
But we do have a gut-wrenching choice, and guess what that choice shall be? Jared.
All right, we're going with the fashion show.
All right.
Yes. Thanks for knowing what's up, Hana. Going home. I want you to win presidency again, Paul. I really do, but the fashion show will be even greater for the school. I feel like we chose poorly.
I'm laughing at that.
Plus, my posters were here first. I have special rights. I will say, his posters were there first. It is kind of a jerk move to put them.
Plus, he's really glittery.
He is really glittery.
And dreamy. To,
like, put them directly over all of Jared's posters.
I'd like to point out that I feel like Paul really didn't have its shot with us. If it was like Gerard or PBG, we might have had a more tougher decision.
Poor Paul.
No offense,
totally
Paul.
Distant.
No offense, Paul.
Dude, your fashion show isn't even that cool.
Uh-oh.
Jealousy, rage, a killer high jump kick. They should call you the man with 3 features.
What's going on?
I feel like we went wrong.
Can we back out?
Not some cheap action figure. Well, whatever, I guess. I'll put my poster somewhere with free walls. Maybe they'll get a janitor or two to vote for me.
Aww.
Thanks for being truthful, Hana. I'm going to try harder and see if I can change the students' minds about this. It was amazing they even cared what I thought.
Hana's like usually totally right about these things. You should listen to her. Totally.
Mai patted me on the back and I jumped. I forgot she was there. Jared looked at Mai, raising an eyebrow. Are you sure, Mai? Don't you have your own opinion? Why'd he bother to ask?
Well, if I'm being totally honest, I totally care more about the fashion show. I go to the elections because I have to, but I go to the show because I want to. Plus, it raises a ridiculously huge amount of money for the school.
Thank you. He gestured dramatically at Mai as if her opinion sealed the deal. That's because we made it a fundraiser. Poor Paul. Oh, the 5-minute bell. Class was about to start. Jared nodded to us and walked away. Paul opened his mouth as if to say something more, but evidently thought better of it.
Well, we just made ourselves our first enemy.
Oh, sorry, Paul. He headed after Jared with Nick and Josh, thanking them for their help. Being a year ahead of us, their classes would be on the next floor. Mai began to follow him, but I gently pulled her arm. Our classroom was the other way.
I'm so glad she sounds exactly how I thought she would about that. Okay, I can do this. Jared, if you need any help with the show, I'm totally here.
Her yell echoed through the emptying hallway. Jared, without looking back, raised a hand in acknowledgement. Mai covered her mouth and emitted a skull-piercing squeal. Wincing, I dragged her into the classroom.
Oh, lordy.
After the drama that morning, I wasn't sure what to expect at lunch. I dawdled on my own, making up an excuse about copying notes, hoping whatever tension remained would dissipate while I was gone. When I got to the cafeteria, it seemed my plan succeeded.
Hana, we totally saved a spot for you. Get over here.
Mai sat down at the Normal Boots Club table, looking like she completely belonged. She waved for me to join her. I sat down next to her at the edge of the table. Josh was across from me. We made eye contact as I sat down, so I nodded slightly to him. He nodded back. I felt accepted. Hey, Hana. How was class?
Hey.
Good, thanks. PBG might have already told you, but we're working together on a project. It's going pretty well. I'm doing the... Is that Gerard back there?
In a shy moment of not wanting to look Nick in the eye, I glanced to the side and saw Gerard in the back of the cafeteria with someone I didn't know. Everyone turned to look. He's probably doing some trading. Satch waved a hand. So I borrowed a new drawing tablet the other day, hoping I could use it to make plans for my machine. Satch changed the subject and everyone started talking about that. I, however, kept my concentration on Gerard, who was holding a small figure. Same with the girl he was talking to. Were those what they were trading?
Those are itty bitty kitties. They're really popular right now. I'm totally surprised you don't recognize them. They're kitty figures of all different shapes and colors. I have like a few myself. You know me, I'm hip to the know about these things. They're pretty cute, but kind of a little girl thing.
She shrugged.
Gerard is known as the completionist around here, and every time a new thing gets popular, he totally collects them all. Pokemon? I've never seen his collection, but I've heard they're really impressive. You have to be a dedicated person to totally do something like that.
A completionist? Was that why he was so thorough when giving me a tour?
IBK is the thing right now, and last year too. I think in first year there were a lot of people collecting silly, slimy snakes, but that got old fast. Teachers didn't like everything coated in a thin layer of slime. I still have one in our room. I can totally show it to you sometime.
Yes, let's see this slime-covered shooting snake. Jared tapped Mai on the shoulder and she whirled around, hitting me in the face with her hair.
Yes?
I wanted to thank you for this morning.
Oh no, it was totally nothing. Definitely, I mean it.
As Jared and Mai spoke, my eyes went back to Gerard's exchange. The girl pulled a second figure out of her backpack and held both of them up. Gerard inspected it and shook his head. She pulled another one out, sadly this time, and Gerard's face lit up. He held out his figure and they swapped. How bittersweet, letting go of something you love to get something you would potentially love more.
What do you think, Hana?
My attention was pulled away. I hadn't been listening to the conversation.
Yes or like no? What am I agreeing to?
Oh,
oh
no.
God.
Oh
God.
No. Wait, what did I...
You hit back.
Oh.
I don't know. Does this could seal our fate?
Yes.
We could lose our fashion artist, Prince Charming.
I say we go with yes.
I go with yes. Mm-hmm.
When all else fails, just agree. Interesting.
That's me. Like, interesting. You could totally pull it off. Come on, do it. Do your Natsuki voice.
No.
No.
Not unless we're playing Doki Doki. Mai gave me a skeptical glance, then turned away. Crap. I bowed my head in apology and took one last quick look at the intriguing trade happening. The girl left and Gerard was now talking to a boy with a messy appearance who made exaggerated hand motions. It looked like he just got out of bed. Was this another trade?
All right.
So, official announcement in case you haven't heard, we're having a competition tomorrow. Just a little casual something to get us ready for the tournament.
Yeah.
Finally! We've been planning this one since last year's. My attention snapped back to the conversation happening in front of me. Was this what PBG was talking about yesterday? Hana, Mai, you're invited to come. Either way is fine, but let me know so I can plan.
How does it work?
It's a little thing, some lighthearted fun to start off the new year. Lighthearted fun, my ass. John almost broke Satch's nose last year, and Gerard twisted his ankle. Satch delicately raised a hand to his nose.
No.
It was an accident. You forgot the part where you almost passed out from blood loss, Shane. I didn't forget. He looked away. I can never forget.
I don't know about this. I'm not very good at video games.
Yeah.
Like, sure you are. Jared will totally come.
All right.
Awesome. I'll plan for you to be there. Don't worry, Hana. It's actually fun. You probably won't get hurt. As much as I was afraid of the possibility of losing a limb, I really did want to go. I was glad Mai was there to force me into it. Without her, I would be a lonely transfer probably eating grass by myself at this very moment.
Yeah, sounds fun. Thanks for inviting us.
Of course. It would be rude to have you sit with us at lunch and then ban you from our tournament. Plus, it would be nice to have some new competition. I look forward to winning. The rest of lunch passed by comparatively uneventfully. Or at least, if anything else happened, I didn't notice. I was too busy staring at the food in front of me, joy and horror mixing in my stomach. There was no way I was going to be even one of these normal boots boys. I would make a fool of myself. But still... I was getting to go. It was a privilege nobody else shared. Paul looked at me with what seemed like concern, and I smiled back at him. He grinned and returned to his food.
Well, I guess he doesn't hate us.
That's a plus. The least I could do was give it a chance, right? Are they done?
Mm-hmm.
Is that all the chimes?
That's all the chimes.
Okay. After a long day, class was finally over, and I was ready to go home. Miss Shizuka still wasn't over her breakup, and Mai complained loudly that she needed a new man so the homework would stop being so killer. It was something to do, though. What else would I be doing if not homework? Studying, probably.
Hana, before we, go back to the dorms, there's something in A32 that I want to show you. Come.
Is it an arcade machine? A32, wasn't that...
The Normal Boots Club room? We're not allowed in there, and there's no meeting today, so no one is going to be there either. That's totally exactly why we need to go now.
Oh, this is a bad idea. Mai grabbed my hand and dragged me through the halls.
Mai, I don't know about this. What if someone sees us? If you, act natural, no one will care. There's too many people around. Nobody will be interested in what we're doing.
We're sneaking into a club room that's not ours. They're going to be interested. I was full of confidence that I wish I shared.
I really don't think I'm comfortable with this.
I like the sign in the back that says, "Don't totally suck at volleyball."
Mai must have made it.
Mai stopped at the club room door, gently tugging on it.
Yeah. Sweet. They, left it open.
She pulled me into the club room and shut the door behind us.
There's itty bitty kittens over there. It's in here.
Here was a storage closet at the very back of the room, a plain white cabinet. She stopped short of the door, looking expectantly at me. I tugged the knob, expecting it to be locked like all storage closets were. The knob didn't move, confirming my suspicions. Relief swept through me.
Well, darn, looks like it's locked. I guess whatever you have to show me, we'll have to wait till another day, or maybe never. Oh, I know it's locked. That's why I have these.
Oh, no. She pulled a shiny chain of keys from her pocket, eyes sparkling.
What?
Miss Shizuka's keys? Who gave you these? No one. I'm borrowing them for, a little bit. No harm done.
She fiddled with the door handle, going through key after key.
Mai, I'm seriously uncomfortable with this. Someone is bound to find out. They always do.
It's true. Someone always finds out. Finally, there was a small click and the lock relented.
Don't worry, Hana. I'll totally protect you.
Mai opened the closet and a light shone down directly onto its contents.
Yay!
Oh my goodness. There they are, there they are, there they are.
To my utter bewilderment, there sat luminescent golden boots resting on a velvet pillow encased in a glass box.
What are these?
I stepped closer to the case and was about to put my hand on the glass, but stopped inches before, wrought with guilt.
We shouldn't be here. These, Hana, are the boots. The boots. It's the symbol of the Normal Boots Club. This is their club room, after all. I'm telling you, these guys don't mess around. Is it made of gold? Real gold? It must have cost a fortune. I'd say they're solid gold. Only worth 100,000 yen or so. But to really make sure...
Why would you do this? Why? Mai's fingers wiggled in front of her face. Before I could stop her, she opened the glass case and lifted the boots from the velvet pillow they rested on. Oh, no.
Oh, God. We're going to be in trouble. We're going to get kicked out. We're going to lose our chance at Jared.
Mai, stop ruining this for us.
Mai, please be careful.
I grabbed the boots from underneath just in case she dropped them. Good thing, too, because they were heavy. The gold was cool and hard to the touch. These boots were definitely not wearable and anything but normal. Mai bounced them up and down, weighing them with her hands. Her arms flexed as she did so. I suddenly realized why her pats on the back hurt so much. Volleyball made her strong.
Bingo.
Yeah, definitely solid gold. Mimi lied to me. She said they were gold-plated. I didn't believe her, so I had to check. Good God. Don't listen to...
We're
What?
being set up by Mimi. We're being set up by Mimi. She's like, oh, I bet they're just gold-plated. Knowing that Mai wouldn't be able to resist is going to go in here, and now we're going to get caught.
So you dragged me along instead of her.
The display of wealth made my stomach turn. Where they saw a symbol, I saw months of food in for my father and I. 100,000 yen just lying in a closet protected by a single poorly guarded key. It might not be a big deal to the students with rich parents, the majority of the academy, but it was more than disturbing to me.
Yes, you. I wanted you to experience this with me. This is totally like a BFF bonding moment.
Right? Silhouetted by the warm glow of the spotlights, Mai smiled at me. That smile almost made me feel okay being here without permission. Almost.
Plus, when we get caught, we'll be okay. There's no way they can punish you. They really like you.
What?
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh!
Aha! The storeroom lights flickered on. We both turned abruptly, still holding the boots. Shane stood in the doorway.
Maybe not that one.
You. What are you doing here? That case is supposed to be locked.
Oh,
Well, it was locked. Mai!
Shane.
We're really sorry, Shane. We heard the boots were kept in here and we were curious, that's all. No harm done, right? Here, Mai, let's give the boots back to him. Yeah, I was just showing her. We aren't suspicious. You guys hide it away. How is anyone ever supposed to see it?
She handed the boots to Shane, who placed them carefully back into the case, adjusting the pillow to the center.
No.
We hide it from people who aren't in the club. Like you. The case clicked shut.
Shane, I'm sorry.
Do not come back here. Get out of my sight.
But
I'm containing my anger now, but your continued presence is making that even more difficult. I gulped. Mai and I dashed out the door. Shane slammed the door behind us.
do you think he's going to tell the rest of them? I really, hope not. I might have ruined my reputation with them.
Sorry.
I think you mean I might have totally ruined your reputation with them.
She threw her head back and laughed.
She's not right in the head.
Quite grasping the consequences of her actions.
You'll be fine. I'll even be fine. They're students just like us. It's not like we stole it. But Shane, he was really angry. That's just an act. Don't worry about it, Hana. I said I would protect you, right?
Her words seemed genuine enough, but I had a hard time believing her. It was almost as if she planned for us to get caught.
Okay. Good. Now, let's head back to the dorms. That competition is tomorrow, and I do not plan on losing due to lack of sleep.
The tournament, I completely forgot. Would they even let us participate considering what we just did?
She's crazy.
Wait, is that sign poster from Gerard? Calling all itty bitty kitty collectors?
Nice.
I'm looking for, I can't see those letters, from the Frisky Fruity collection. And then there's also something, Crying Party from the Sad Girl. Bring your own tissues. Okay, those are pretty good. Mai hummed happily as she skipped down the hall, somehow impervious to my anxieties. Heart heavy, I followed her. Only time would tell. Saturday dawned bright and harsh. The cloudy light outside mirrored my gloomy mood as I quickly dressed and woke up Mai.
Hey.
Mai, it's time to get up.
Morning.
Ugh, like why? The video game competition, remember? We're playing Stupendous Stomping Sisters today.
Like Super Mario Brothers, but not.
Yes.
Mai shot straight up out of her bed.
Oh my god! Jared, I can hang out with Jared today.
She catapulted from the top of her bunk bed and sprinted out into the hallway. I heard crashes and shrieks as she massacred the other girls to get into the bathroom. The sun slowly rose through the window. Everything would be just fine, right? Soon Mai returned, fully dressed and raring to go.
Come on, Hana. Like, let's go.
She grabbed my hand and dragged me out into the campus commons. Her incessant tugging hurt, but I followed her silently. Even more strangely, she wasn't talking either. Our nerves have gotten the better of both of us. We wandered the halls of the boys' dorm, making our way to 402. Uh-oh, what's gonna happen?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're gonna have to find out in the next episode.
No! Okay.
We'll just have to wait. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Will they let us in? Is Shane gonna tell everyone what we did? Are we going to win the video game tournament?
Tune in next time for more tales from the Cheese Factory. I changed it to factory now at this point.
Just like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.